Today, I'm going to be showing you how to use our image element inside of our portal. So for starters, let's go ahead and drag and drop this image element onto our canvas. Once I do so, I can actually move this image element anywhere I want on the screen, as well as resize it by dragging it here. There's also a series of preset options that you get on the left hand side once you click on the element that allows you to change the size, as well as the alignment of the image itself. Once you're satisfied with where the image element is located at, we can go through and add our own pictures by clicking on this button here. This will open up our file manager. Now this file manager is a hosted file solution, meaning you can access your media from anywhere around the world as long as you have an internet connection. You can go through and organize your media into different files here, as well as leaving them out in the open like so. We can also go through and select different template images, or bring in a URL for a picture that we like. Let's go ahead and upload our own picture by clicking on the plus button and the upload button, and we'll select the picture that we like as well. Now once we uploaded the picture, you're going to see it inside this file manager. Since we have two of these pictures, we can also go through and delete it by pressing this X button. Let's go ahead and select the glasses and bring it into our image element. You'll see that the glasses are now located on the canvas, and we can go through and manipulate it any way we like. Now our portal is able to select different types of file formats such as JPEGs, GIFs, and PNGs. Let's go ahead and bring in a GIF and use one that's animated. As you can see, this is a water image that's actually going to be playing on our canvas immediately. Let's go ahead and bring in another image element. This time, let's do something a little bit more vibrant with some color. As you can see, everything is located on the screen immediately, and we were able to freely manipulate it. What I'm going to do next is actually go into the advanced properties portion by hitting on this other section here. Now some of the things that you can do include alternating the different background images on a PNG file, and you can actually see the background being reflected here. We can also go through and alter the color, as well as doing things like adding a different shadow or a border. Pretty straightforward and easy. But for now, let's go ahead and get rid of these effects because I want to show you something that our portal features on most of our elements, and that's animations. We can go ahead and do a fade in animation for this image here. Let's go ahead and make this one a bounce. And lastly, let's make this one a flip. We can also do a repeating animation. So for example, with the glasses, let's make them pulse so that way we really draw our customer's attention to this image here. And if you have multiple pages, we can also add in an exit animation as well. Some other neat things that we can do is we can actually go through and edit our photos inside of the portal itself without the use of photo editing software. Some of the things that we can control include the blur, the brightness, or even setting it up to be a grayscale image. This is very powerful because we don't need any other type of software. Lastly, we can click on the three dots there and do things like change the margin or the opacity of the image. We can also add in some roundness on the corners. So let's go ahead and take these changes into effect, and once we're satisfied, we're just going to hit save and go ahead and preview the content in our browser. As you can see, all the animations that we selected are now being brought into this canvas, and we can see all the changes reflected live. Now the last piece of element we want to show you is something called pieces. Pieces is a very unique image element that allows us to use much more dynamic animations that you couldn't otherwise use in your normal animations. What we're going to do is go ahead and clear up our canvas, and we're going to take our pieces element and center it on the screen. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and pick a picture that we like and load it on here, and click on the other section to see the advanced properties. The advanced properties will allow us to control some of the more advanced animations and preview them on screen live. And from here, you can do things like selecting how the animation plays, whether it's coming in, coming out, or just having it in the middle of the animation itself. We can also select the speed of which these tiles change, as well as how it's staggered, so we can have all the images rotate in at the same time or at different timings. We can also have them playing in forwards or backwards or just at random intervals. And some of the other things we can do is also control how many times it repeats. So if you want it to repeat once, we set it to 0, and it'll play once and just go back to a normal static image. And just like a PNG, if you have a PNG file loaded here, we can change the background, and again changing the roundness or the opacity of the element. Let's go ahead and save these changes and do a quick preview inside the browser. And you can see the animations coming in beautifully. That's a wrap for the image tutorial. If you have any questions, let us know.